How to go from chaos to clarity. These are the top 13 tools every entrepreneur needs for peak productivity. This training is perfect if you're overwhelmed and burnt out, if you have a never ending to do list, if you're struggling to organize all your thoughts and notes, especially if you're writing notes on paper, for example, that's obsolete. If you're overwhelmed by complex technology and you're troubled by your failing memory at work and you need to get stuff done quickly, fastly, and efficiently, these 13 tools are going to 100x your productivity. It's day and night. It's going to save you so many hours a week. You're going to work so much faster. And I'm so excited to show you these tools. These are the top 13 tools I use every single day as an entrepreneur. It's a game changer, especially when I coach entrepreneurs I get them to build their online business, before I help them scale their business to six figures and beyond. They need to have this as a foundation. I take them all through this training, this productivity training, teach them how to use each of these tools. Then they're 100 times faster. Then you can start getting into the cool things like the AI tools and all of the automation and stuff like that later on. You need to have these as your foundation. So let's go into them. Number one is just the hardware that you use. If you're using a Windows computer, I feel bad for you because you're going to have a long, hard time dealing with drivers and not the right software and trying to troubleshoot the computer just before you even get any work done. So that's why all of these tools, they work seamlessly on Mac and iPhone. Plus it has a great system where you're not fighting the hardware. You're just trying to get work done. You're able to think creatively on a higher level so that you can work more efficiently and at your own highest potential. That's why I highly recommend getting my clients from a Windows computer to a Mac already as a day and night change. We all have a calendar that we need to manage our time in order, especially when you get into stuff like deep work and you need to time block 1 or 4 hours a day to just dedicate to moving the needle on the bigger projects or goals that you're working on, for example. You need to be managing a calendar. There's the only way that you're going to be able to get enough done and move the needle in your life. The great thing about Apple Calendar is that it's going to sync with your Gmail calendar, both work and personal life, so multiple calendars, and then it syncs across devices and is completely free. So that's where you're going to manage multiple calendars, one for work, one for personal life. You could do your time blocking. You can see everything that you need to get done so that routines, deep work, light work, events, and meetings, and even recurring bills all is on the calendar. The most important thing, especially with these tools, is it saves them from having you to struggle and remember. If you're like, oh, what do I have to do this week? And you're looking up in the air trying to like think for a second, waste of brain power. That's waste of creativity juice. So use these tools to augment your brain so that you have these digital tools so that all the information is saved in there and it's not stored in your brain. There's a quote from David Allen, who wrote a book called Getting Things Done, phenomenal book. And the quote is, your brain is for having ideas, not for storing them. It's very inefficient at storing lots of information on, let's say, a whole year of calendar events. Practically impossible to store all of that in your brain, especially all your notes, documents, tasks, projects. Your brain is already overwhelmed trying to manage just what you have to do in one day. So that's why using these tools are going to give you literally superpowers and allow you to scale. You'll remember everything you have to do for the whole year. You'll manage mountains of tasks and projects, and all your notes, documents, and files are all safely stored in these tools so that you could get more done in a day than most do in a week. This one is my personal favorite, especially for this year. TickTick is great for all your tasks and project management. Everything you have to do, it syncs with your calendar, which is super nice. It allows you to time block, allows you to also do the Eisenhower matrix where you can organize things based on highest priority and lowest priority, not urgent. And then it has a Pomodoro timer. So when you sit down and get to do deep work, where you're using a Pomodoro timer, setting it for anywhere from 45 minutes to 90 minutes. And all you're going to do is turn off your phone, put on some headphones, and just in a distraction-free environment, just focus on moving the needle on big, large projects and just working down. That's where TickTick is going to allow you to move mountains of work effortlessly across weeks and months, allows you to organize everything you have to get done, both for personal tasks and for business tasks. Highly recommend Notion, and it's only like $3 a month. Phenomenal, like amazing. Get on TickTick. I have been using Notion for about 4 years. It is my second brain. I struggle with like memory and trying to remember documents, files, notes, meetings, and stuff like that. Using Notion as my second brain has changed everything. I have a list in there of like over 1,500 books that I have organized. I have all my documents, files, notes all stored in Notion. Now, Notion can be very complex. There's even a whole like people get crazy into doing dashboards. When I onboard my clients into productivity training, the first thing I have them do is just create one list or database, call it documents in Notion, and that's it, nothing else. That is going to allow you just to store all your documents, notes, files, any important information in one master list. So if you're like, oh, where's those notes? Where's those documents? Where's those files? You know it's in one location. You could quickly save information and quickly retrieve information. It's like having a permanent long-term memory that never forgets. Notion is a game changer. Highly recommend it. Notion just recently added the ability to create forms. This is helpful. So say, for example, you use Notion as a CRM, customer relationship management, a list of contacts that you're working with for clients, for example. It allows you to create forms so you can send those forms out to clients or new people. Even if you do have an organization, you do like trouble tickets, like for issues and stuff like that. You could create a form, send it out to your team, they fill it out, and then it automatically adds a new row into your Notion database. Notion forms are a game changer, and Notion's always adding a lot more features. Pro tip, don't waste the time with the AI feature. It is useless in Notion. It's actually a huge distraction. Don't pay for AI when you get Notion. You just need the base level and then a document list. That's going to be already enough. Google is dead. Perplexity is now the king of search, where now you just ask and it actually gives you answers. And then it cites the sources. Where did it get this information? This is incredibly helpful for trying to find up-to-date information, especially for questions related to business, personal life, work, whatever. You get the answer that you need quickly, fast, so that you're not wasting 10, 20, 30 minutes trying to find and reading all these articles. Turns out some articles have paywalls and you can't find the information. Just ask and get the answers. I'm still on the free plan, honestly, for Perplexity, but I use it every single day and it helps me get the answers I need so that I can move quickly and efficient. Now we finally get to the best AI tools, and there's only two, honestly. There's ChatGPT Plus. You have to be paying for the paid plan to really get the most out of it, or Claude AI. Now, there is a difference on the different use cases that you're going to be using them for. ChatGPT Plus allows you to create custom GPTs so that you could create digital assistants or experts in marketing, sales, business coaching, strategy, any of those areas. And then you could upload documents, files, additional information, and then it allows you to work incredibly fast trying to get any projects done, especially when you're creating a marketing campaign, when you're creating a sales script, when you're trying to optimize your business, when you're trying to analyze Google or Facebook ads, for example. Highly recommend you need to be using the paid plan of ChatGPT Plus. On the other side of that, if you're doing any type of coding, or you wish you had a business tool that can crunch or summarize information. For example, if you wanted to create a custom investment calculator that's specific to your role and it's a task that you have to do and certain information that you want to enter, and it will take information in, it will present it in a graph. This is where you would traditionally have to hire a developer to create a business tool. Now you can use Claude to build apps without having to write or learn any coding. Now, I'm always going to caveat that you still should learn how to code. It's going to be a game changing, but now using these tools, it's going to allow you to create apps without having to learn how to code. That is an incredible superpower. You need to be using a password manager. It's going to change your life and just save you just so much time every year trying to hunt for that one password, making sure they're all different, they're all complex, they're all unique, and it even notifies you if there's any websites that have been compromised. This even syncs across both devices on iPhone and on your desktop, and it's super easy to use. Anytime you go to a website, it already knows what website and it already presents what password. So you just click that little button right below it and it will automatically populate the username and password for this website. And it saves multiple logins. If you have multiple Gmail accounts, for example, it knows all the different ones so you can select the right one. Allows you to work faster. That's the main thing right there. This is my personal favorite one, Alfred for Mac. It's only for Mac, sorry PC users, but Alfred for Mac allows you to do two powerful features. Number one, on the left-hand side, it allows you to search for any file, application, or bookmark. For example, that's the most powerful one, is the bookmark. When you bookmark all the important websites you have to go to, now they're a quick, just 1-letter, 2-letter type away, and it would take you to that tool, that file, or that website instantly. It's like being teleported. If you want to go from here to Las Vegas, you just type L for Vegas or Las Vegas, and bam, you're already there. That's how fast it takes the commute time and trying to move a mouse and trying to click here to get that and try and find. Instantly teleports you to where you want to go so you could get your work done faster. The second feature is super dope. It's called Clipboard History. So let's say in the morning I copy this URL that's important for like building a website, for example, and then later in the evening I'm like, oh yeah, what was that website I used? For example, I'm building a Google ad now, for example. Clipboard History will save every text and image that you copied for the next week, even if you want to, and easily recall it so that you could copy again and enter it. So this saves you from having to do copy paste one time. Copy paste has like a goldfish memory. You can only do one at a time. For business owners and entrepreneurs, you know how important it is to create video content to build your personal brand. So in order to do that, you need to be proficient in a video editor. I highly recommend CapCut. It's so simple and easy to use, but the most powerful feature of it is being able to create auto captions. So especially when you create reels or shorts or vertical videos and you want the captions that nicely animate and text in different colors and stuff like that, CapCut does that easily and quickly, and it's a super easy video editor too. I highly recommend it. Then if you're working on bigger video projects or you just want another video editor that's real easy to use, DaVinci is very powerful. It trumps Adobe Premiere and it's completely free. It's never crashed in the history that I've used it. It is so reliable and simple to use, for example. So if you're doing any video editing, highly recommend DaVinci. The next one is a game changer. We all know about Calendly, but we hate how expensive Calendly is. A lot of us are just using the free feature too because the paid one is just so expensive. TidyCal, one-time payment of $29 gets you all of the features completely unlimited of Calendly, for example. It does everything Calendly does. You could do payments, you could create as unlimited calendar events, all for a one-time payment. It makes putting things on your calendar, especially meetings with other people, effortless and easy. We all have to spend time managing our emails or even multiple emails. This is why I highly recommend Spark. This will save you so that you never have to open another browser tab and have a Gmail and then another tab for another Gmail account. It will manage all multiple emails all in one app. So your personal email, your work email, super easy. Then it will organize, has smart email. It will organize important emails at the top, any newsletters or like stuff that's not relevant. It will put it at the bottom, has keyboard shortcuts. Then it will integrate with all of those calendars and it will allow you to turn any calendar event into a Zoom event. Super powerful. So I spend 1 minute a day managing 4 emails, quickly in, quickly out, and on to my day. For those who haven't gotten on a Canva train, please join. This whole webinar presentation was quickly created in Canva, and I use it for creating social media ad campaigns, for webinars, VSLs, masterclasses. If I have to create any lead magnets, and especially valuable for any marketing for any business. If you're creating book covers, for example, Canva is the tool that allows you to create graphics, presentations, slides, and images quickly, fastly, and so effortless. The last one is super powerful. This is Otter AI. Otter AI is like having a personal assistant write down everything that you say accurately and record the audio. So if I'm having a meeting with multiple clients, Otter will record the audio of the whole meeting. Then it'll separate by speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3, speaker 4. Then it'll transcribe everything super accurately voice to text. So I get a nice text summary. And then lastly, I can export this easily to a text file, copy paste that, put it in ChatGPT, and use that for like summary or for pull out key action items or what were the main things that we talked about. So Otter is super helpful, especially if you're writing a book, for example. You can just brain dump, talk to Otter. Otter will just collect everything that you say, give you a whole little text file, and then you can give that to like ChatGPT to help you write a chapter for a book and get around the plagiarism detection. Super hack right there. So let's summarize. These are the 13 business tools that if you start mastering, I preach tool mastery. Master how to use all of these features for these tools so that you're an expert in all of these. This is going to build an incredibly productive foundation so that you're at your peak performance and you'll be able to get more done in a day than most do in a week just using these tools as your everyday tools. Highly recommended. And I train and all the entrepreneurs that are my clients, I have them go through this training before I get them into building an online business, or even before I even get them into optimizing and helping them grow their business. They have to master these tools if they want to get more done in a short amount of time. And lastly, if you want to learn how to master all of these tools, please join my AI Mastery Academy. I have on-demand videos that go from beginner all the way to expert in all of the tools that I just mentioned. So if you click the link below, you could join the AI Mastery, and then you could binge the videos like Netflix and become an expert and move at peak productivity.